Unity stock has been on an absolute tear over the past month, over back-to-back news headlines boosting the stock higher. This includes a partnership with Apple as well as improvements in their artificial intelligence. This video is going to break it down. We're also going to look at the stock. We're going to look at valuation, fundamentals, some pros and cons, risk and reward, and then later we're going to look at a chart, and I'm going to tell you if I think Unity stock is still a buy now or not at these levels. Let's dig in. So Unity stock is trading at $44 a share, up 3.77% today, but that's not even the news. Over the past 5 days, up almost 17% and up over 53% in the past month. Year to date, it's up 63.45%. It's up 8.21% over the past year, and on a max chart, you can see this really topped out in November of 2021. Like a lot of these growth stocks, it was almost $200 a share. The 52-week low is $21.22. The 52-week high, $58.62. This stock does not have a PE ratio. We'll talk about valuation later. Market cap, $16.63 billion. So what's going on with Unity stock? What has caused this massive rally? Well, the first headline back in early June, Unity stock jumped 17% on Apple Vision Pro partnership. So if you're not familiar, this is Apple's first new product launch in years, and it's going to be an AR VR headset. So Apple is working to build the third-party ecosystem of apps people will be able to use in the $3,499 device. Other app developers include Adobe, Cisco, and Microsoft. So this quote is from Apple's Vice President of Worldwide Developer Relations. We know there's a community of developers who have been building incredible 3D apps for years. Today we're excited to share that we've been working with Unity to bring those apps to Vision Pro so popular Unity-based games and apps can gain full access to Vision OS features such as pass-through, high-resolution rendering, and native gestures. And we'll talk more about this later, but Unity, which helps developers incorporate advertising into their apps, was one of the companies hurt by Apple's recent iOS privacy changes. And this here is a Unity AR app. It's running on Vision Pro and the Apple Vision Pro with Apple Messages behind it. It says here that apps can also be running what they call full space mode, where all their apps are going to be hidden, including VR apps, which Apple calls fully immersive experiences. Let's get into the good stuff here. Unity releases deeply upsetting trailer for its new AI development tools. This is from this morning, Wednesday, June 28th. I'm going to actually show you the video they're talking about.
Hello there.
Greetings.
What's your name?
My name is Orb. I'm an extraterrestrial visitor who has come to Earth to study and understand humans.
What hairstyles would you choose if you had hair?
If I had hair, I would probably go for a messy bun or ponytail. I like how they look on other people and I think they're easy to maintain.
What's the secret to life?
The secret to life is to find something you love to do and do it every day.
So investor aliens of Fired Up Wealth might have enjoyed that video of Orb. That's an AI-generated alien from Unity. The idea here is that you're going to have generative AI in games where you can actually ask NPCs questions. So instead of the character just sitting there like a bump on a log, just saying the same thing over and over, or maybe just saying a few things, you can actually interact with these NPCs. And here's the press release. Unity unleashes the power of AI for creators, supercharging content creation as well as user engagement. And here's a quote from Unity CEO. We expect AI to revolutionize gaming, much like the transformative impacts we've seen from 3D, mobile, and the internet. We believe that Unity's new AI platforms will be powerful for creators and artists as we expect Unity Muse to make them 10 times more productive, while Unity Sentis will help them bring their creations to life with interactive intelligence in a way never before possible. So let's dig into those. What are these all about? So before we get into that, solutions in the AI Hub cover a range of capabilities, including generative AI solutions, AI and machine learning integration solutions, behavior AI solutions, and more. So they have 10 Unity verified solutions that are launching in the AI marketplace. So they've got Atlas, Convey, In-World AI, Layer AI, Leonardo AI, LMNT, and 4 others here below. So here's that asset store from Unity. Accelerate creation with AI solutions. Find the right solution for your projects. Generative AI, AI and machine learning integration, and behavioral AI. So here are those two names again, Unity Muse and Unity Sentis. Let's dig in and learn more. So meet Orb, you already did that earlier. So Unity Muse, fueled by next generation AI, it enables creators of all skill levels to develop games and real-time 3D experiences lightning fast with simple text-based prompts. So you can see on your screen, do a backflip, it does a backflip. Now, a lot of these tools, they already were working on. They've already had a lot of this AI. They've essentially improved it, and they've added some new features as well as some integrations. And then Unity Sentis, powered by a cross-platform game engine, it easily enables AI models in the Unity runtime, greatly enhancing your game or app on user devices. And you can see on your screen, there's Orb again. Imagine more with Unity AI. So they're really touting this Unity asset store, looking for professional, quality, verified solutions or community-built assets, discover whole ecosystems of solutions for AI-driven game development and gameplay created by us on the Unity Asset Store. From big ideas to success, imagine more with Unity AI. Now, on Unity's most recent earnings call and investor relations, they released a shareholder letter, and it talked about generative AI, a tailwind to Unity. Our expectation is that AI will be a credit to both our growth and profitability as we embed these technologies throughout the company, and you can see they're starting to do that already. So several of these new tools are in beta, and you can apply for that. You probably saw on the previous screen. We believe that Unity is well positioned to benefit from AI, given 4 structural and sustainable competitive advantages: the Unity editor, the Unity runtime, the Unity network, and our data advantage. So the Unity editor, it's essentially a workflow and tool set for the creation of real-time experiences. Unity runtime is widely distributed real-time application across the world, running on more than 4 billion devices. Unity network is their analytics tools, ad networks, publishing systems, and cloud services that reaches more than 4 billion devices already equipped with Unity runtime. And then training data, current AI tools, large language models, LLMs that we talk about on the channel all the time, generative AI tools needed to train on data to be smart and create content. So we're seeing generative AI across software. When you think of enterprise, now we're getting more into the gaming realm. A couple other tailwinds that I think are important to mention here for Unity. You might remember this back in November of 2021. Unity is buying Peter Jackson's Weta Digital for over $1.6 billion. Now, this was a stock transaction. If you remember earlier, we looked at a chart, the stock was almost $200. So this was actually a pretty good move for Unity. And if you're not familiar with what Weta Digital is, I've actually been to the studios in New Zealand and Wellington, really cool place. So when you think of Lord of the Rings and Avatar and others, Weta Digital was involved with these projects and very important to their success. It says, if it's the kind of movie where people say you should really see it in theaters, there's a good chance that Weta Digital played a huge role in the VFX. As part of this deal, Unity will also acquire the massive catalog of digital assets that Weta Digital has built over the years. A list of creations that is basically too long to list, but think everything from 3D models of cities or cars or people to algorithms determining how smoke works to come off a fire in the rain to simulations of how herds of animals might move together through trees, all of which potentially could find its way to Unity products for creators to build upon. This is powerful stuff. And then a year later, Unity and ironSource did a $4.4 billion merger. And what this merger does in a nutshell is it boosts Unity's ability in the ad tech space. One of the reasons I've remained bullish on Unity is because I think there's a lot of opportunity when you think of ad tech. I think Unity could be an ad tech giant with time. And the thing about Unity is this is not just gaming. I think a lot of times they get pigeonholed. People think they only do video games, and that's not the case. I want to make sure I point that out. Let's just quickly look at their products and solutions. So you've got Unity Pro, Industry, Enterprise, Ads, Reflect, Asset Store, Pixies, and Solutions. Here's where it gets big. So games, everybody knows games. Digital twins. Now you've heard me talk about digital twins a lot on the channel, especially with NVIDIA. Automotive and transportation, artistry tools, live entertainment, architecture, engineering and construction, government and aerospace, gambling, accelerate solutions, and more. And you might recall a couple years ago on the channel, we did a video about Unity talking about how the US Air Force uses Unity for AR to train their mechanics on how to fix airplanes and so on. You can see on your screen everything from drones. There are a lot of different use cases for Unity. Aviation instructor tools, haptic training for Royal Dutch Army, team analytics engine for VR, augmented reality maintenance aid, suicide prevention, behavior modeling for civilians, medical training, tactical combat casualty care. This is VR simulation for pilot training, search and rescue missions. Lots of different use cases for Unity. Unity stock trades at over 9 price to sales currently. Price to book is 4.63. Now what's interesting here is Fidelity is showing the PE this year's estimate at 109.5 and next year's estimate at 44.4. So Unity stock certainly is not cheap at 9 price to sales. And the stock has bounced really hard from its lows like a lot of these growth stocks. And these news headlines really fueled the stock higher, and traders oftentimes pile into names like this when there's momentum. With that said, I'm going to look at a chart here in just a second. Before I do that, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click that bell for notifications. And if this video is helpful, make sure to drop a like and drop a comment. And I need to announce that this video was sponsored by the Motley Fool. If you'd like to see the 10 best stocks to buy now, visit fool.com/firedupwealth. You can also join our private community Patreon Discord by visiting patreon.com/firedupwealth. So every single Wednesday in Patreon Discord, we do what we call chart day. If you see orange, that's a previous chart day. Yellow is today's chart day. You're not going to see anything in yellow. I'm just going to talk through this. We've had some great calls on Unity. We've covered this one since the IPO. And you had many opportunities to buy this stock at $25. It's almost double from those lows. And looking at this Fibonacci retracement ribbon, it's getting to the top of that, around $45 a share here. Now, if you look at the Fibonacci pivot points, it's a pretty tight range. It's above that. So it's breaking out here. And I do like this stock long term. I think you have to be careful chasing here. With that said, if the market stays bullish, the stock probably goes higher. Now, the stock could break down anytime, but I think if the momentum continues, you might see $50 on Unity. And when you think of metaverse plays, this is a high conviction, best of breed company for metaverse in a portfolio. And if you're investing in Unity, you're probably investing with the intent of holding this for 5 or 10 years. And this is not a new company by any means. Unity has actually been around since 2004. And like a lot of these companies that were private for a long time, they took advantage of the IPO craze during the pandemic and went public. So this company came to the market very expensive and it went to insane levels. I mean, $200 a share. It was way ahead of itself. I think at $25, $30, it was a great opportunity to add. I like this stock in the 30s long, but I do think the stock could go higher off momentum and you might see $50. Again, if this was helpful, make sure to drop a like and a comment. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, click that bell for notifications. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care.